someone hit your car, whose insurance do you call? Do you call your car insurance or do you call the other person's car insurance? Well, it really depends. And what it depends on is what kind of policy you have, what the deductible is, and what's important to you, right? Because through your car insurance, if you wanted to call your car insurance to deal with the damage that somebody else caused, even though it was their fault, you could, because there is a type of coverage that most people have, which is property damage coverage, sometimes called collision coverage, which essentially means if your car is damaged, your own insurance is going to pay to repair it or replace it depending on the circumstances. Now that comes with a deductible, right? So if you have a really high deductible, you may not want to go through your own insurance because you're going to have to pay that high deductible, and there's really no guarantee that you're going to get that back. Sometimes what happens is you go through your own insurance and then your own insurance does what's called subrogation through the other person's insurance and they pay you back your deductible. I've never actually seen that play out like that, but that's in theory what's supposed to happen sometimes. The other thing is, how valuable is your time to you? Because it's a lot easier to get your own insurance to pay for your property damage than it is to get the other side's insurance to pay for the property damage. Because you see, your collision coverage doesn't care about whose fault it was. It just cares about the fact that your car was damaged. So you just say, hey, insurance company, I was in an accident. Here's the repair bill. Here's how much it's going to cost. They come, they inspect it. They say, I agree. That's the amount. They write you a check and you're done. If you're going through the other side's insurance company, that's not a no-fault situation. They only have to pay you if the insured, if their person is at fault. And so they could very well look at it and say, no, we don't believe that our guys are at fault. You know, we believe you're 50% at fault, and so we're going to give you 50% of the damages. Or they may look at it and say, no, we don't care. We don't think we were at fault at all, and so we're paying you nothing. Whether that's true or not, it's always up to be seen, but that's something that you have to consider when you're doing these claims. There is really not a lot of lawyers, or there are not a lot of lawyers that do the property damage claims. We don't do the property damage claims unless they come with a injury claim, meaning unless our client is also injured, and then we pursue both the injury and the property for them. But it's very hard to find lawyers that just do the property side, meaning they go in after the other driver for only property damages, because those cases are usually not worth doing because it costs a lot more time and it costs a lot more money to actually get a recovery than whatever the amount of money you would get from the other side in most cases. Now obviously if you have a $2 million car and the other side damages it and it's a $600,000 bill or something, that's a different circumstance, but that in my experience almost never happens. So anyway, if you did not know, now you know.